All right, working on my Lexus 2012 ct200h. Some genius in his infinite wisdom decided to not put all the retainers back in. Somebody's worked on this vehicle before, but they didn't put all the retainers back in when they put it back together. And then they failed to put this filter that is in the intake for the hybrid battery cooling, traction battery cooling. It just had the grate, and the grate was all had some dust on it and hair. So I cleaned the grate. What you want to do to clean that ductwork, you'll see here's the other side. You can grab one of these dryer cleaners, right? You get them at the hardware store. You can put it in there and then rotate it and clean it out and blow it out. And then my fan, I was just blowing it out, and I said, I should do a video. But this was a reduction of about 25% of the openings on the squirrel cage between the veins, right? And that's not good. That's going to really knock your airflow down. And anyway, let's take a look inside here. So I was getting a replace your hybrid battery code. I don't remember what it is. I'm not going to look it up, but it's check hybrid system code throws, and then you pull the codes and they tell you to replace your battery, of course. And that leads to some kind of imbalance is what they're saying. Of course, it's all, rocket science, physics, and, whatever they want to come up with to keep you confused. So you take it to the dealership because they don't want you fixing it yourself. So in a nutshell, I kind of ruled it out as it being something really simple, like just reset it and it's a glitch and go. Because what happened, I was coming down a hill, I put it in regenerative mode, and then it threw the hybrid code yesterday. Today I went from park into drive and it threw the code again. I'm like, no, I can't keep messing around with it. So one of the things that is mentioned online is a dirty fan. The second thing, I got 220,000 miles on this thing. I'm just trying to deduce what's going on without having to spend money on a new or rebuilt battery pack. Is weak cells in the battery pack, and the system's detecting it. Of course, my scanner won't tell me which one it is, and I don't have a voltage tester that'll test the battery modules in this thing, and yada yada yada, right? So, and I don't want to buy just a used one out of a junkyard, throw it in and cross my fingers. So I'm kind of leaning towards I'm going to clean the fan, put it back together, go out, go down that hill again, put it in regenerative mode, see if I can get it throw the code again, race it around in sport mode, see if I can get it throw the code again. If it throws the code again, then it ain't the fan being the only problem. It's going to be the modules. And if I had more gumption and I had a tester and I felt like it, and I had 600 volt electrical gloves and on and on and on, I would probably tear into this thing and take the time to figure out which modules are bad. But at 220,000 miles, it ain't worth it. Just get rid of it and get a rebuilt one with a warranty. But I want to go over this, so this is important. And even with the inferior piece of garbage screen that they give you, which really, in my opinion, is to keep kids from putting candy in the intake and it getting down in your squirrel cage and bouncing around like M&Ms or something, or peanuts. It ain't really stopping anything. Look. So you have basically your intake here, right? And then behind that, or on the back side, I'm guessing, because mine didn't have it, was supposed to be some kind of a mesh type filter. Now, I'm not sure on the size of the holes in the mesh type filter, but I'm going to assume they're fairly large, maybe 1/16th to 32nd of an inch, whatever they are. And because people don't clean them, the factory probably knows that, and they say, well, we'll make it so it doesn't clog up so easy, just to keep large stuff out. I'm thinking about doing electrostatic filter, is what I'm thinking about, of doing electrostatic filter here, and then just taking it and mounting it inside there. I'll probably drill some holes and run some wire back and forth, right, to hold it in, like electrostatic furnace filter media. And then just make sure that I put a reminder in my phone to clean that every 2 months or so, pop that out and wash it out and dry it and put it back in. That's what I would do if I was anybody out there. That's what they should do. You just put a cleanable electrostatic filter inside this cover and then make sure you clean it. Now, if you don't clean it, then you're going to have problems, right? You're going to overheat your battery. So that's where that's at. Just going to give some tips on this stuff. Getting this apart, I'm not going to go over it because there's plenty of videos that go over how to get this thing out. It's not that hard. It took me about 25 minutes to get it out. And then cleaning it, just what I want to go over. Some people take the fan apart and they use some Q-tips. I'm going to keep blowing on this thing with my compressor, but if it still doesn't come clean, I'll take the fan apart, clean the squirrel cage with a Q-tip, and put it back together and put it in. So anyway, wish me luck. I'll probably do a follow-up video on this thing if I have to replace the battery. All right, over and out. Hopefully this helps somebody out.